Welcome to my platform. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your location or anytime you are meeting this video on YouTube. And if you like what I do here, please, after watching, subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notifications so that you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. In this platform, we react to all forms of video. What we do before putting the video, analyze it, and we sit down there to watch it together with you. Then later we'll come to the comment section to talk about it. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion, but let us always do it constructively in the comment section.
Okay.
Yes. Before you originated the concept of extraordinary rendition, a lot of people thought that my brother, your client, was legally brought to Nigeria. Today, there are still people that don't understand it or its impact on the case. Can you tell us more about it? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It's very important because the concept of extraordinary rendition is best explained
Louder, please.
as an opposite to lawful, as an opposite, direct opposite to lawful extradition. You see, this is the scenario. If someone is accused of committing a criminal offense in country A, and the person, for one reason or the other, was able to escape and become a fugitive in country B. If country A is interested in prosecuting that individual, it has to do a number of things. And those things that country A has to do come under the purview of what is called Extradition Act or extradition law. Nigeria, which in this very example I'm giving is country A, has an extradition act. Kenya, which in this example is country B, has an extradition act. And these extradition acts are mutual, meaning that when Nigeria goes to Kenya to forcible return of a fugitive in which Nigeria has a prosecutorial interest, it has to abide by the Extradition Act of Kenya. And vice versa, when Kenya comes to Nigeria to seek the return of a Kenyan for prosecution in Kenya, it also has to abide by the provisions of the Nigerian Extradition Act. There's also a little known law that is called the Mutual Legal Assistance in Commonwealth Act. That law has an extraterritorial application. It's a Nigerian law, but it has extraterritorial application in the sense that if Nigeria is interested in the forcible return of any fugitive from any Commonwealth country, it has to abide by the provisions of that law, particularly sections 5 to 7 of the law. Nnamdi Kanu. Neither the Kenyan Extradition Act, which is the principal law that is applicable here, was complied with, nor the Mutual Legal Assistance in Commonwealth Countries Act of the federal laws of Federal Republic of Nigeria. None of these two, which are applicable, were complied with. So when that occurs, or when such, what the government has done in effect is what is known in common parlance as kidnapping or abduction. It's no different from any one of us coming to your country. Is that it has been done by a state, and that it has been done by a state does not make it legal. So when the state engages a conduct where to the other without recourse to the due process of extradition, that state is said to have committed extraordinary rendition, and it comes with consequences, which, if you permit me, I can go on with that, or I can leave the floor for the others to make a contribution, and I can come back to the consequences later. But before then, let me mention a particularly applicable body of law to this very unfortunate situation. It is called the African Charter on People and Human Rights. I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. The African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Yeah. Enforcement and Ratification Act. Laws of Federation of Nigeria, Cap A9. In that very law, the law was written in articles. Article 12 of that very law, sub 4, Article 12, sub 4, expressly provided that nobody, no Nigerian citizen or even a foreigner, shall be lawfully expelled from country A to country B without recourse to due process of law. That very Article 12 was breached in the circumstances that resulted in bringing Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. Then you can also go to Chapter 4 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where it is one of the fundamental rights of every Nigerian citizen, and even those who are not Nigerian citizens, but somehow resident in Nigeria, it's a fundamental right that everybody has against arbitrary arrest. So when you take somebody, as they did to Nnamdi Kanu, forcibly without an extradition order, the arrest is said to be arbitrary. And that offends Chapter 4 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So for those of us out there, there are a certain segment of the population that believes that the extraordinary rendition we are talking about here was in violation of only international laws and conventions and protocols. No, that is not correct. It's a violation of Nigerian law, violation of Kenyan law, where Nnamdi Kanu was lawfully admitted on a British passport. And of course, it's also a violation of several provisions of international law to which Nigeria is subject. One of them is the Parent Act that brought about the African Charter that was domesticated in Nigeria in 1983. There is a treaty Nigeria ratified in 1989 1979, sorry, that kind. Under that treaty, Article 12 of the treaty also made it illegal for member nations to unlawfully expel citizens of one another or of each other without recourse to due process of law. And then you have the United Nations protocols, conventions, and what have you. And other international beat extraordinary rendition. The legal regime in the international arena has a strict requirement for extradition, not extraordinary rendition. There is no nation on this planet, and there is no rule of law that applies to nations that permits a fugitive to be taken from one country to the other without recourse to the due process of extradition. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've nailed it. And my question goes to Attorney at Law, Athanasius. I want to ask, because Nnamdi Kanu, like we know, was tortured in Kenya for 8 days. He was chained to the floor for 8 good days. And I want to ask you, what does EU law say about
It's very sad that we discuss this issue because as I was a student at the university, the first thing in international criminal law I have learned is exactly what my good colleague, Dr. Ejimakor said, that when you want or you have committed a criminal and you go from Germany to the Czech Republic, so then Germany, who wants to prosecute this criminal act, has to request Czech Republic in an official way the person who is in the Czech Republic to be extradited to Germany. That means a lot of things. First of all, that the person who is in the Czech Republic, for example, has to be, first of all, has to be arrested in a legal way from the authorities, police and state prosecution from in the Czech Republic, not from another state, but Germany sends some agents to the Czech Republic to operate there and to arrest the person, but it has to be done from the authorities of the specific country. After that, has to be brought to the judge in order the judge to decide if this person, till the extradition court will take place, will remain in custody or will be released, having, of course, some limitations, restrictions, or to pay a bail or something like that. And after that, a normal extradition court hearing has to take place. And the Czech court has to decide if the person will be sent back to Germany or not. Okay, so then these proceedings are legal proceedings, is according to the law and is according most to human rights, okay, which is the fair trial process. This is the guarantee. The maximum quality, which is applied also to this extradition court hearings, okay, proceedings. And also the person, if the person now is in custody, so has to be respected all the rights the person has, because it's not an accused, we still have these proceedings are not criminal proceedings in order to accuse him of a criminal, because this will be done in the other country. It's extradition. Then the person is presumed innocent, so has to have to be in a special prison. It's not a custody, let's say, a premises, not in a normal prison where people who has been accused and have been, of course, sent to serve their sentences. So, and to have all the rights according also to the European Convention on Human Rights, and of course according to Article 3, which is that no person is allowed to be treated in a way which is against the human rights. Okay, this is Article 3. This is a special guarantee from the European way. That is to say, not to be tortured. Okay. And to be given all the rights a person who is such a case. And this is something that is self-understood. It's not something, and that's why I'm very sad that we discuss now Nigeria and Kenya, because these are principles that are well known to everybody, not only to people having legal profession, because it is absolutely normal that you have to follow, that you are not allowed to abduct the person. You don't have to kidnap the person from the one country to the other. It's absolutely normal that no agents of the A country will interfere in country B and do things that are not allowed. So this legal then cooperation or legal aid, how we say, between the states, has to be done according to the principles of the domestic law and also of the European law or African law, European conventions, and so on. And in our case, it's self-evident that this was not respected. Okay.
Thank you so much for that wonderful explanation. A lot of people who do not know much about extraordinary rendition have been able to digest something from what you have said. Thank you so much. So my next question
and if you allow me, may I say also something else? Something case law, and we have case law on that. For example, because I teach at the university and I have cases, I transfer this knowledge also and these cases to my students. We have Ocalan case. You know, it's from Kenya to Greece and also to Turkey. Ocalan case, it was a similar case that he was kidnapped. It was, and he abducted from Kenya and different from Turkish officers. So these are cases that are well known. It's not only the theory, but there are also cases that happened years ago. And these are well known to the legal community, of course, and establish, of course, the right of each person to be treated legally, to be given the rights, procedural rights, okay, in the specific countries, in order the result also to be legal. Because now your brother is not legally treated and tried because there are the procedural obstacles. The court shouldn't try this case if things happened in that way. And this is then annihilated, the whole proceedings is annihilated because it started with a violation of the law. And this was the abduction, the kidnapping. Okay. So we have to go to the source, to what happened in the beginning. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making that very clear. And my next question goes to Mandela, Attorney Mandela. I want to ask you, when did you join, hold on a second, please. Good. I want to ask you, when did you join Master Nnamdi Kanu's legal team? A lot of people don't know you. Or
Princess, you can hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear.
That's very good. Okay. Thank you very much. I've been on the ground team on this Master Nnamdi Kanu.
Can you raise your voice a little bit, please?
Issue. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead.
Yes. I've been on ground. I've been on ground in this struggle, in this legal battle since 2015 till I am not a fan of social media. The truth is this. I have been doing a lot of work as regards to the struggle, as regards to the liberation, freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, down to this particular one was adopted from Kenya. I am not personally blowing my trumpet, saying every bit of what we do as part of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal team. You can agree with me together 2015, 2016, 2017.
You're absolutely right.
I have putting up enough in the legal team. Legally speaking, I have contributed a lot in the struggle for this just cause of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legally. So in the legal team, some of us, in quotes, in the legal team who have chosen to be showcasing themselves every little bit in the social media, rather than doing the first priority things to see how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free, regain freedom, get justice. As lawyers, our first priority is to muscle out every legal arsenal, everything within the confines of the law to make sure that our clients regain his freedom and get justice. Because, like the two speakers earlier said, he was kidnapped. Torture. It is in contravention of his mental rights. So in that case, our paramount thing to do, our priority is to fight legally what that can give him justice, what can guarantee his freedom from this illegal arrest and not to that will guarantee or that can give assurance that yes, our client to regain his freedom, because it is what we as lawyers, we the legal team, we the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyers, from what we are doing in court, from the actions we are filing in court, from the legal battles we are doing in court, that will determine, that will guarantee the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not just our personalities that will release Nnamdi Kanu. Let me say this, even Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, the rendition man, knows what I'm talking about. I've been working assiduously with him, and since 20, he knows what I'm talking about. That's putting up every legal actions, everything priority to make sure that our client, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, regain his freedom and get justice before the court of law. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, our viewers and our brethren and our fans. You heard what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's attorney, Prince Mandela, have said. We've worked together since 2015 when he was unlawfully incarcerated as well, till date. But a lot of people don't know him. So that was why I decided to throw this question to him. You are welcome once again. My next question.
Thank you very much.
Will go to our EU representative, Mr. Athanasius. Hold on 1 second, please. Good. Sorry, I was unmuting your mic. Have you had any response from the European Union since you filed the case or petitioned them?
No, not yet, because the petition was filed a couple of weeks ago. So I think it's very early. I filed it personally also to the High Representative of European Union, Mr. Borrell, approximately 15 or 16 days ago. So then I'm waiting for an answer or to contact me. I think it's a strong petition. I sent also the work there of Mr. Ejimakor in order to show what was filed in Nigeria and also what was filed in Kenya. And it is obvious that this is a clear violation. There is no discussion about that. It's not only one violation, as I said before, but a lot of violations. Okay, it's a continuation of violations. Procedural point of view, and of course this is an international, this is a violation of the laws of the international, and it's not only continental violation of Africa but also European, because such kind of things, such kind of violation actually insult the international community, and as such should be declared. And in order to protect the human rights not only of your brother, but also of other people that they suffer. And your brother, of course, is in this case, okay? But the international community has to, are not allowed to happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My next question goes to the Special Counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, Attorney Aloy Ejimakor. Anthony Aloy
I'm
Ejimakor.
listening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes or no? Because I think that is the key to ensure his release. Because any other charges against him is just a formality for them to detain him and then cancel him illegally.
Yes. It's a very good question. Like my colleague, Attorney Athanasius said, a lot of violations are present here. And those violations have consequences as a matter of law. And there is no good lawyer that will look at those violations and sweep them under the carpet and do anything other than to bring a countervailing legal action. So I took prompt steps, like my colleague Athanasius pointed out. I took prompt steps to bring a petition before the Continental Tribunal that has jurisdiction, which is the African Commission on Human and
Thank you so much for watching this video together with me. Like I said before, if it is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel and you like what I do, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, leave your comment in the comment section. You are free to criticize, but let us do it always constructively. Remain blessed. I appreciate your massive support and I love and cherish each and every one of you. Until I meet you again in my next video, for now we say bye-bye.